XRP Ripple global domination by 2025. The SEC case all by design to shake out the retail investors. We're going to go deep today. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity, warriors. And I'm telling you what, you need to have strength to make it through this XRP thing. Whereas this is all by design. I've been telling you this for a very long time. There's a lot of crypto YouTubers now, journalists now using a lot of the verbiage that I've used or a lot of the XRP army has used. As I told you guys, I'm like a tick on a dog, but we're going to break this down today. Rosie Rios put out a really cool tweet, and I'm going to break it all the way down. Now, I've been telling you guys this for a long time, that by 2025, the whole financial system is going to shift. I believe this is a big parabolic bull run. It's going to be like 2017. It's going to go up. It's going to come collapsing back down about 80 to 90%. Okay. Many altcoins will not be here during the next bear market. Okay. And XRP by 2025 is going to have global domination. The SEC case is all by design to shake out the retail investors so that it doesn't spread like wildfire. And then the 1% lose control of the wealth. Remember, whoever controls the money, controls the information, controls the people. So check out this tweet from Rosie Rios yesterday, and we're going to go deep down the rabbit hole, okay? So XRP's primary purpose is facilitating cross-border payments, while other cryptos find their values in speculation. China's latest move brings this point home. Think about this, warriors. Rosie Rios, the former treasurer, okay, the person who signed the last $100 bill, who says, I'm responsible for bringing in a new currency. And now she's on the board of Ripple, sending tweets like this. XRP primary purpose is facilitating cross-border payments, while other cryptos find their value in speculation. China's latest move brings this point home. Now, I want you to think about that just for a moment. There's only one country that believes that Ripple XRP is a security. It is America, which is the lowest amount of transactions happens in America, or the lowest amount of transactions happen in America. Most transactions happen outside of America. America is the least market share. This is all by design. Okay, so I want to show you this really quickly. So this was the OMFIF. You can look this up. This was DLT banking applications. But I want you to listen what this gentleman, Mark Wilson, says during his portion here. Listen to what he says about distributed ledger technology. So now by 2025, distributed ledger technology is going to be how banks run. Okay, check this out.
Laura's already mentioned cross-border payments, cross assets, different payment networks, and maybe the liquidity Jenga that you might need to be playing here. I can imagine the interoperability challenge and connecting to many of these different digital currencies that will eventually come online. Could you maybe explain the importance of possibly being on the same network, if it is important, the transparency across payments chains when it comes to cross-border payments?
Well, thank you, Bevan. That's a hell of a question there. I'll go through it.
That's why it's for you. You save that one for you.
Thank you very much. Look, I'd like to pick up on a few points that Joachim has touched on, and also Laura. I think we're at a really interesting point in history in that we have this new technology, a new tool, which is distributed ledger technology, or blockchain. And from a business perspective, that offers us some really interesting benefits. And that is transparency around the different stores of value that are held on DLT and blockchain. Workflow, so as both Laura and Joachim have mentioned, whether it's trigger chain, whether it's programmable money, we're able to listen into the stores of value on blockchain and then process them accordingly to workflow. And you can see all of that within a blockchain and DLT. And then there's audit trail. So some of the aspects that Laura was talking about in relation to where is my payment? If everyone's on the same network and subscribing to the same DLT and blockchain, you can see where your payment is from time of execution through to time of settlement. So I think using those sorts of design paradigms, you solve for a lot of the challenges that are being described. At HSBC, we've
Okay, so key. He talked about transparency and be able to see the transaction throughout the whole process. Now, there's two sides to this, Warriors. There's two sides. As you can see, they're going to complete world domination where they're going to be able to see every bit of every single transaction you do. Okay. Now, he's from HSBC. This is really important. Listen to what he says.
implemented a DLT solution over 3 years ago called it.
So at HSBC, we implemented a DLT solution called
FX Everywhere, and we've implemented that across 18 different balance sheets and 18 different currencies, and it provides us just that. We put $2 trillion over the platform, so it's something that we use on a daily basis and have stood up. So it gives us that transparency workflow and audit trail of our
over 1 trillion transactions ran across that protocol, 18 different currencies. Okay, so that's HSBC. Let's take a look here. So Ripple secures UAE banking partner and XRP Ledger, a game changer for HSBC. This was back in 2019. Okay. What has been quite a week for Ripple? They have made important inroads into the MENA region, securing a major local bank as a partner. The National Bank NFB has signed up with RippleNet to enable cross-border payments utilizing Ripple's blockchain network. This comes on the back of a similar agreement with Faisal Bank, a large private bank in Pakistan, also signing up another Ripple Service X Current. Ripple UAE growth will be further boosted with the NBF pursuing other banks to integrate with Ripple's services. Okay, this is important. DLT, this is what they're talking about, can streamline end-to-end value transfers, reducing costs, operational risk, and settlement periods. For example, Ripple's XRP Ledger provides real-time cross-border settlements using tokens that represent the central bank currencies and foreign exchanges. HSBC FX Everywhere tool processes more than 3 million intercompany FX transactions worth $250 billion in its first year. They also expounded on the unique abilities of DLT and its impact on banking procedures and trust. DLT's ability to establish a single version of truth allows it to cut across corporate boundaries and existing market structures. One of the most obvious applications of DLT is a single asset registration for an asset manager or a broker dealer. The golden source would eliminate the internal reconciliation, enhance capital efficiency, and give client and regulators control access to real-time data. That statement right there. The golden source would eliminate internal reconciliation, enhancing capital efficiency, and give clients and regulators controlled access to real-time data. The SEC case is all by design to bring in a new Howey test. Now, this is how long they've been talking about DLT. I mean, DLT's been talked about for a very long time. We know David Schwartz in 1988, right, created the I think it was it DLT? Well, what was this patent? I think it was DLT. I showed you guys it a while ago. But this stuff has been going on for a very long time. But this is the Federal Reserve of Boston talking about distributed ledger technology. Or not. There we go.
Right. When you're defining distributed ledger technology, or DLT, sometimes called blockchain, it's important to note that there are many different platforms out there, and they do vary, but this general description basically applies to them all. First and foremost, DLT is more than just a shared database. It's a platform or a network. It's a combination of technology and protocols or rules, and they're used for storing and moving something of value. Central to this is the ledger. And the ledger is where you actually record the value. And that could be recording a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, or a stock, or a bond, maybe the title to your car, or even the deed to your house. And this ledger is replicated many places, tens, hundreds, thousands of places, and they're kept in sync. So there's one truth, but just replicated many places. And that's where the distributed ledger name comes from. Now, the protocols or the rules are used to define many things. You define who gets access to the network, who can actually own these assets, who can actually see the information on the ledger. With Bitcoin, everybody could see all Bitcoin transactions, but you may not want everybody to see all transactions if you're recording stocks or bonds for a large corporation. These protocols also define how the transactions are validated and who gets to validate the transactions. In Bitcoin world, this is called mining. Also connected with mining is how do you update the ledger? What are the rules for it?
See, that's a big key part for the banks warriors. And this is the whole thing, right? This system is changing. People can resist it, but DLT is coming, distributed ledger technology, cryptocurrency, blockchain is here to stay, warriors. That's why they're creating these rules and laws. That's why it's on your tax documents. You were invested so early, warriors, in the new monetary system. I want you to think about that. You know, they've been talking about this for a long time. As I said, the Boston Fed exploring the tech benefits and trade-offs of the digital dollar. Project looks deep, or projects to keep the Fed on the forefront of central bank digital currencies. Okay, you got the World Bank, blockchain and distributed ledger technology, DLT. Blockchain is one of the types of distributed ledger technology. Distributed ledgers use independent computing, references to record, share synchronized transactions and the respective electronic transactions. So they're talking about it at every single level. We know that Gary Gensler was the head professor at MIT for cryptocurrency, right? Is now the head of the SEC. And right here, if I've showed this in the past before, the MIT Lab Digital Currency Initiative. MIT has a whole digital currency initiative, warriors. They're working with regulators, I guarantee you, to bring in the new financial system. Why do you think all these players are moving around? Okay, so now this isn't going to be specifically around a DLT, but I want you to check this out. So this is the IMF. I want you to hear what Christine. Let me restart my computer here. I want you to hear what Christine Gorbachev. I can't pronounce her name, but she's the head of the IMF. But check this out. I want you to see this one section here. Okay. This is really important. So this is the plan for the pandemic recovery. Okay, but I want you to see this last part and listen to what she says right here. Okay, so this is really important. The date 2025 keeps coming up. So read that statement there. I'm not going to say it because I'll put a little tag on my account.
Vaccinating the world is the most effective way to boost global output. In other words, vaccine policy is economic policy.
So V policy is economic policy. This is all by design, warriors, to get you to look this way. They're pushing you in to a new world economy. Okay, this is going to be really important. Listen to what she says. It's about money. Listen.
The $50 billion price tag is dwarfed by the estimated $9 trillion to be
boom
gained by the increase in economic activity.
So the $8 billion invested is dwarfing the profits that will be made. $9 trillion to be gained by 2025. Warriors, that is the switch into the new banking system. AI, technology, Web 2.0 to Web 3.0. That's why there's so much fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the marketplace. They do not want a new crop of 1%. So it's a battle of consciousness, warriors. It's not a battle of the market going up, going down. It's a battle of consciousness and staying like a tick on a dog and understanding you were invested in some of the best digital assets in history, but also taking some profits during this bull run, warriors. If you want to see the exit strategy, click the link in the bio, join our private warrior academy. You have access to my research team, to our technical analysis team, cryptocurrency calls, everything in the description down below. Okay, so check this out. So this was back in 2019. Now the word 2025 keeps coming up, right? So by 2025, this CEO right here says by 2025, SBO CEO wants every bank in Japan, every single bank in Japan operating on Ripple XRP. So fresh from Beijing, listed on Coinbase Pro. This is an old article, but XRP token now bears further good news as SBI, backer of Ripple, plans to have many banks in Japan use MoneyTap, a bank transfer application powered by Ripple. Each bank in the region will be able to use it. So he is quoted saying that by 2025, he would like all banks in Japan using Ripple, warriors. Okay. Now this is what a presentation that I showed you guys that was I can't remember who who actually what this is an investor presentation, but this is what it's going to look like. And they keep saying 2025. I've been saying 2025 for a while. People say that the quantum financial system, they're just going to hit a switch and it's going to be turned on. It's not going to be that easy, Warriors. It's going to be slow. There's going to be more black swan events. It's going to push you more towards technology. It's going to slowly, methodically, predictive, preemptive program you into using your technology, just like they did with everything. Moved you from a beeper to a cell phone. They moved you from letters to email. They moved you from MySpace to Facebook, Facebook to Twitter. You know, all it's just slowly, methodically, Warriors. You know, people are wearing VR goggles now. So the very thing we complain about is the very thing that we do and have slowly been predictive and preemptive and slowly moved into. And there's going to be two types of people that come out of this pandemic: warriors and warriors. It's that simple. There's going to be a massive separation between the rich and poor. It's just how it's going to be, Warriors. And this is what I believe it's going to look like. The global RTGS will remove friction and costs from cross-border payment transactions. So basically, Ripple XRP will be the bridge for all the currencies across the world, in my opinion. Distributed ledger technology, in particular with XRP Ledger, will enable banks to settle cross-currency transactions in real time. The XRP ledger can be accessed by all banks and liquidity providers, enabling healthy competition between banks and better services for customers. Correspondent banks and liquidity providers will be able to reach more currency corridors with new customers, improving their service offerings and banks and clients. The ILP will enable financial institutions and central banks to make their existing infrastructure and process interoperable with other currencies, asset classes, and the XRP ledger. The global liquidity marketplace and the global decentralized RTGS system. So the asset that you're holding on to, Warriors, or not holding on to right now, I'm not sure where you're at with your cryptocurrency, and I'm not giving you financial advice, and I'm not asking you to invest in anything, but I'm asking you to take a look, Warriors, is that you are about to be part of the biggest shift in generational wealth. And no, I'm not just talking about cryptocurrency, Warriors. I'm talking about the baby boomers retiring, a massive flood of trillions of dollars moving down from baby boomers into our society, into our age group, right? So there's a massive shift of wealth coming down. We're shifting our financial system, Warriors, and all you have to do is look this way as everybody's looking this way, Warriors. But it's seriously time to get your shit together. And it's not just financial, it's the gut, it's the mind, it's a battle of consciousness where 65% of your food is not even real that you're eating. In America, 65% of the opiate abuse is in America, and we're not even the biggest country, Warriors. It's a battle of consciousness, Warriors. So I appreciate you. I love you guys. I'm going to keep bringing you guys information. Thank you for the support. Do me a huge favor. If you can send this video or put it in your Telegram group or wherever, we're not getting the breadth or the views. What I mean by that is it's not being shown where it should be shown. And you guys probably know why, because of the information I talk about. So if you can do me a favor, thank you. A lot of you guys have been putting these in large Telegram groups and getting the information out to the people. My job is to free people's dome. That's it. And show them they have the ability as a human being to be whoever they want to be. And this is God's earth. We are trustees of the land. This is not even our land. It's not for the 1%. It's for everybody to take care of. And we can work together to raise our consciousness as high as possible. As I said, I don't care if you're Catholic, Mormon, Jehovah's Witness. I don't care if you don't believe. This is your life, Warriors. And we can lock arm in arm together and be together to be trustees of this land a higher power gave to us. So we're going to rise to the top. We're going to get that money. We're going to bring it back to the people. And we're going to open up people's mind that everybody is powerful beyond measure. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Down in the description down below is everything you need humanly possible to make you succeed. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. Warriors, rise. Get your shit together. Let's go.